Good morning, Adi Argov. Good morning,
Good morning.
or mediocre morning.
Let's say morning, that's for
Morning,
sure.
morning. Adi Argov of the Daily File, collector of data, facts, names, dates, pictures, stories of everything going on actually in Gaza and in the West Bank. Who you won this week, a big award, the Speaking Truth to Power from the New Israel Fund. Congratulations. Very well deserved. You were the Daily File one. Yeah.
It
So
will help to make this website much more accessible and resource for all kind of journalists or investigators to dig in and analyze data. And yeah, I hope so.
that's great. That's fantastic. I recommend people looking at your website all the time. I'm constantly referencing you. Such an important service, especially some people, they're like, oh, people are making things up. It's not true what's happening in Gaza. And I'm like, you have to follow ID and you'll get names and dates and pictures and real stories and testimonies. And
Yeah. And these days we try to connect between names to gather them as families, to recognize that they were families, all families. So that's our new project.
that's a,
Family, sort of family reunion post mortem.
you recently shared a list of how many full families have been wiped out in Gaza. It was like 2,000 and something entire families.
2,600 and more, around 2,600 totally wiped out,
It's just,
and more than 6,000 with one survivor,
that's,
which means,
it's
one
just,
survivor. Sometimes it's a baby.
yeah. You have the thing where you're sharing pictures of babies who died at the age of less than a month old, a few days old.
The last list Ministry of Health in Gaza published was updated to mid-July, and it contains names of 574 babies under the age of 6 months. And if you dig in more, you can see that in the last months, more than 800 kids, children, were slaughtered.
These
So,
are, these
and
are
those are only the children that were numbered and identified and they were buried, and it doesn't include those that are missing or died out of hunger or disease or no medical treatment access. So yeah, it's only those that were killed through direct military action.
okay. This is so important what you're doing, Adi. It is so important for you to collect this information. I can't overemphasize that, you know. So, can you tell us a little bit about what's been happening this week? It seems like, according to what we're reading, that this week there's been an escalation, or the issue of starvation has gone up a notch. Is that
Yeah,
true?
not a notch, much more than a notch.
Much more.
They say that the level of starvation crisis reached the highest level, numbered five in a scale of five levels, which means there is no food and water can help. People really need medical treatment for that. And they already recorded that 113 people died out of starvation. 81 of them are children, many babies. And those that are starving, babies that are starving under the age of 5, it's
damage,
It,
long-term
it
damage.
damage that you cannot fix.
You can't
Like
fix. It's developmental. It affects their developmental.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
And people are starving. They're talking about it. Though Israel tried to deny the aid center where they're supposed to spread food are kind of death traps. Like I think the last data was more than 1,000 people died there,
Yeah,
were killed there, and no words. About 100,000 women pregnant and breastfeeding are considered malnutrition. 41% of um, early birth, birth and abortions
it's scary.
increased.
It's scary.
41, 41% increase due to malnutrition. Um, that's the numbers that I remember now, but this is horrible. Yeah.
Adi, what do you say to people who are like, well, it's not Israel who's doing it, it's Hamas that's doing it? Like you hear that sometimes. What do you say when people say that to you?
Hamas doesn't close the borders. Hamas doesn't seize baby formula for babies. Those are listen to the testimonies of doctors coming into Gaza and giving testimonies how terrible it is and how the Israeli army just seized and took off all the food that they brought with them. Hamas not really don't shoot the people there. There are testimony. You can see through picture that the Israeli army go to the brilliant investigation article of Nir Hasson and Nir Yakubovich from Haaretz talking about it, how those centers became a death trap,
Right.
how the Israeli army
Also from the
bombed.
army. The also army. You hear soldiers talking about it also.
So, but mainly what I see is people, the time for those that denies at the moment will come. No data, no testimony, no videos can convince them. They need their denial. But the time will come and they will wake up and they will sober up and it will be painful because I am sure that most people are still human in their heart. They just can't face the truth at the moment and they hold on into many excuses. And media, the
Right.
Israeli mainstream media, commercial media, is part of the denial system. Like they are giving information that are very selective.
This week
And
there were a few protests. It's a new area of protest in Israel where people are protesting outside Channel 11, Channel 12, trying to get them
yeah,
to show the truth, to actually share
yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening in
yeah, yeah.
Gaza. Yeah.
I feel there's a bit of wakening up, kind of more and more people. Also, media people say, well, there is hunger in Gaza. Duh. Kind of a late awakening, but still they do, and it's very important.
Yeah.
Um,
Last night was a massive
whole world
protest.
is watching.
Were you in Tel Aviv last night at the protest about starvation?
No, but today I'm traveling to Sahnin.
Sachin.
Sahnin, a Palestinian Israeli uh, town where together Jews and Palestinians going to call out for stop starvation.
Yeah.
Stop. Enough genocide, enough. So we're going to stand together. I think there will be many of us there joining the international protests and rallies with people holding pots and knocking on them and raising hell. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, good luck today. Is there anything you'd like the English speaking community to know? A lot of people have no idea about a lot of things. Also I've discovered that a lot of people don't even know that there's protest in Israel, that there are Israelis who don't support, the government. It's like a new thing. Last night, a new slogan that the protesters are using are Bibi doesn't represent us. Our government is
Yeah,
not us. We are Israeli. That doesn't mean we support the government. Like that's a new thing because so
yeah,
many
yeah.
people around the world don't understand how many of us are not supportive of what this government is doing and haven't been for a long time, a very long time. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, since I feel that since March 18, where the ceasefire collapsed, um, um, there are more and more demos against the war, speaking out on Gaza, not just stop the war because of we want the hostages back and our soldiers back. Those are good, but they don't mention Gaza. They don't mention the people in Gaza. And lately, more and more people mention Gaza, the people of Gaza, the children, the silent protests with the children, pictures of the children. Last time we were more than 1,000 people standing for more than 1 hour in complete silence with a picture and people passing us. Some are hostile, some are not. There are also protests in the entrance of Army, Air Force Army bases, standing with
saying to
pictures.
to the
It's
pilots.
hostile there, as you can imagine, but still, people do that. People do stand up, but we're not enough. We need the whole world to stand up and reflect that. And we need the whole world to stand up for humanity. We are trying our best to do that within Israel, but we are too few. So the world should put some pressure on Israel to stop it, stop it. Enough, die, halas.
Yeah, I think maybe it's happening. It feels like there's some pressure coming from the world. More countries are sort of speaking out, and you know, and
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope. Oh, for example, only by the UK Medical Society um, decided to boycott the Israeli Union, the medical union, and only then the Israeli Medical Union stood up and say something about Gaza. Until then, nothing. And I know the organization called Physician for Human Rights that were very vocal against what is going on in Gaza. And the union, the national union didn't stand with them, refused to even accept it. But only by boycotting, they managed to wake them up. So
it's
maybe
sad that
it's
it's
a way.
come to this. It's very sad that we've come to this. That the
Exactly.
only way to get somebody to Israelis to speak out is by boycott. Who wants to go there? Like,
As a psychologist, when I work with parents, I usually tell them that sometimes when you meet a bully, the only way to stop him, say no, not bypassing it, not just trying to pacify it, just say no. And these days, we are the bully, and we need to be told no.
yeah, it's very sad, but yeah, okay. So this afternoon, 4:30, you have a silent protest against.
Try to send you videos on there.
Great in Sachnin. Okay, thank you,
I'll
Adi.
try to do
Thank you.
something about it. Yeah. You're welcome and do your sacred work as well. You're so important in your work to connecting to the international community. So thank you, Lana.
Mm, yeah. Okay, Adi. We'll speak again. I actually really want to talk to you also about what's happening in the West Bank, but we'll leave that today, and we'll talk about that next time. because that's
If you
also
can,
really
because
important. This while everybody's focused on Gaza, there's a whole bunch of other really terrible things happening in the West Bay.
exactly,
So
exactly.
we'll talk about that next time. Okay.
Bye.
Good luck today. Good luck this
Bye.
afternoon. Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.